Rob's eyebrows are checked.
Well, I can't. Someone else do the intro. I can't.
Mate.
Welcome to FFTV, ladies and gentlemen. Today we've got a special appearance by two big black caterpillars, but we're not telling you where they are. You've got to spot them.
Spot the cats. Yes, spot the cats.
Before someone starts, can someone ban Laurie from the chat?
What's Laurie said?
Because Laurie's always taking the piss out of me for men.
You're gonna get it today, mate, and you'll deserve it as well. Just lift your cap.
I'll tell you what, if someone puts in a £20 super chat, he has to take his cap off.
If someone puts a £20 super chat, I'll take my cap off for 5 seconds.
Your cap's not even on. Your head's too big. It won't even go on.
It does fit. It's just I'm trying to hide my.
Just
Rob, you know all about this, man. You just for men.
No, let's get the super chat.
It's like it's plaster. Just rip it off and then
I've no idea what it is.
Anyway,
it's die.
Anyway, hope you guys are doing well.
Yeah, even good.
Welcome to. Oh yeah, we won 5-0. I forgot.
Such a long time. Yeah,
it feels like ages ago, man. We were unreal, and yeah.
Got off to a great start.
But someone put 20 quid in, please. Gotta get out of the way. Anyway, make sure you've liked, make sure you've subscribed, make sure you check out OK Jerseys. You can get your shirts for £15. They don't come with any caterpillars. You'll be pleased to hear. Use code FFTV for 8% off. Boys, really good weekend.
Really good weekend. That? Yeah, how good was that?
Really good performance.
Friday night.
It could have been a hell of a lot better.
Okay, let's not jump from 15 different topics, right? Let's start with Friday. Go on, Ed.
Summarize it as a good weekend. It started and then it's bad.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm going to get in first before you get the negativity from some of the others, because how the hell anybody can feel negative after that amazing Friday night? That first half was that is as good as I've seen us in the Premier League. I think I would say it's better than the first half against Brighton in the 7-0. And the only other one I would compare it to would be the opening day against Brentford, because I felt that day we saw a different Forest to what we were seeing last season. We saw us pressing high, we were camping in their half, we were going for the gun. And that first half against Brentford is the only other thing I can compare it to. But Friday night was exceptional. Set pieces. We got our set pieces. We scored 3 goals from set pieces. And we'll talk on the nuances because there was a few differences. And that's why the white-haired guy in I think he must be our set piece coach, was getting all that praise from Pereira during the game. But it was amazing that first half. We absolutely blitzed them. And then to top it off with that goal for Anderson right at the end was a perfect night as far as I'm concerned. Whatever happens afterwards with the other teams, I don't give a damn about, because what I wanted from Forest was, you know what, I will may even go into our predictions, but I went for a draw. I didn't think we'd get a win up at the Stadium of Light. So that was an absolute bonus for us. Amazing result. As far as
hold the phone. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
You
can get the bloody hat off.
Fuck you, Joker. Fuck you. It's coming up.
You know why
we're gonna love this?
You know
Get
why?
Remember, spot the cat.
Come on, Benji. Come on, Benjamin.
It's coming off for 1 second.
No.
You said 5.
5 seconds. This is an advertisement.
Come on, Groucho. Get him off. Get it off.
Yeah, Groucho Marx.
That's all right. That's all right. I think
Take the hat off. Take the hat off.
I think you're dead sexy, Ben.
Take the hat off. The hat has to come off.
Has to come off.
The hat.
I think it looks
Hold it.
all right.
No,
mate.
It
I
looks all right.
Gigolo.
I think
like
it
that.
looks all right. It's just
Yeah.
because it looks strange because we're not used to it. But I think it looks
Exactly.
all right.
It's just, I'm going to
If I
explain
was,
this.
if I was a 17-year-old Thai prostitute, I'd go for it. Even if I was a lady boy.
God almighty.
Ah. And
Hang on.
shout out to Visual Joker, man. Thank you, bro.
Should we start again?
No.
Can we cut that bit out?
Because I have tried my
Visual
beard.
Joker, this is your fault. You enabled this. Thank you for the 20, bro.
Thank you, Visual.
So you're gonna have to get him for that now, Edu or something like that. Just like you'll have to get him.
Can I just explain for those who don't use Just for Men? When the day you dye your beard or whatever, it dyes the skin underneath, so it makes it look really dark. You have
It
to
doesn't
wait.
dye your eyebrows, bro.
I always dye my eyebrows to match my beard. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll come back on the stream in 24 hours, and I look like.
Mate, don't worry about it. You look great.
Rob,
You look
Rob,
great.
dyes his hair every day. He's fully
Bullshit.
grey. You're fully grey. You're like 70 years old, man.
I
He
don't
don't do his
even know
eyebrows.
what Just for Men is. Some people have
No,
got
he
it. others
doesn't
haven't.
dye his hair because he's too busy chasing it all the way back.
Wait, can we go back to the game now?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard the saying, does the curtain match the drapes? But
You were trying to get him to have a go at me.
Alpine stars.
anyway, sorry.
They're my initials on your hat, by the way.
It is, yeah.
Same.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
It's not your age. Though.
Yeah, okay, so going back to the game, I think I don't think I'm alone.
Actually, Nikki uses Just for Men. I like Nikki.
Actually, I've just spotted both Ez and Rob. I mean, their hairline is definitely running backwards, isn't it?
You know,
Exactly.
I don't.
No, I'm talking about your hairline. It's definitely going up. I've not noticed it, but
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that, bro.
Yeah,
You worry about
I'm not worried.
yourself.
Hey, it suits you, mate. Only you could carry it off.
All right, can we get back to the football, man?
I mean, if you saw my bloody hair, look at the state of that.
Everything
Why is
is great,
it?
mate.
See, that's where you're going wrong. I dye them every week. You lot just don't see it because I don't usually do it an hour before GOR. That's where I've gone wrong. That's where I've gone wrong.
That's where you went wrong.
Harry's crying.
Don't pander to the bitter haters. Don't do it.
Exactly. Fuck y'all.
Don't pander to them.
All right, let's get back to the football. Sorry, it's big up to you for
Go
the 20 Joker. Oh,
Yeah, shout out to Joker for that. Yeah, just going back to the game. I don't think.
And by the way, thanks, Joker. It's very, very generous of you, even if it was a little bit spiteful.
I've worn contact lenses since I was 16. If I didn't wear contact lenses, I'd probably think Rob was a woman because my eyesight is minus 5.25.
no, he's just come back from Thailand.
Yeah, I know exactly. I know.
All right, let's get back to it.
I'm not sure.
Right.
Yeah, you shouldn't
what
talk
was
about
that?
being
Go with
confused
it.
by genders when you've just come back from Thailand, mate. It's not a good
Yeah,
idea.
Where was that?
Nikki's only
We only derailed the start of the show, aren't we?
it's a good job.
I forgot we were on a bloody show.
Hey, it's a good job Nikki's not on this panel because Nikki has some dark.
Hey, did you see the votes Nikki got to replace you last time, mate? I think that was the question, wasn't it? That was the question we put out.
How many votes did he get? Fuck Nikki. Nikki
Overwhelming.
Yo, Ben,
Overwhelming.
Matt said you look class.
Nikki, yeah, thank you. Nikki's like fucking wish.com crypto.
All right, time out. All right, that's it. All right. Back to football. Right, back to football. Right. Did you finish as I can't even remember?
No, I didn't even start.
Barely
Really, did I?
started.
I'll keep it short because I'm going to get interrupted as soon as I say anything anyway. But the only other thing I will say, I think we all were in agreement when we saw that starting lineup. We like the look of it. We like the look of it, and I think going forward, if Murillo and Jaya Cunha, if it's a toss up between them two in the back four, I'm going Jaya Cunha every single time right now at the moment because he's not let us down. He's not let us down. He's not put a foot wrong. And Murillo, I'm sorry, you can't get a hamstring injury and then recover a game or 2 games later. It just doesn't happen. So he's obviously been pulling the wool over our eyes all year, really, with his hamstring.
Ed. He's been pulling the wool over our eyebrows. That's what you should say.
Of your eyebrows.
Yeah, exactly.
Begging to see that 2 up front. I've been saying that for a long time, not just since Chris Wood has been back.
You've been talking about
the Chris Wood effect, you can clearly see it, and he's back. He scored his first goal, which was a massive weight off his shoulders. But the movement for that goal, we spoke to Morgan Gibbs-White about it. Said, did you ever think about taking the shot from that position? He said, no, my first thought was to find Chris Wood, and he will do the rest. And he did. And that pass had to be as good as it was. So shout out all around to all the players. I got Jesus down as my man of the match. I know you were pushing for Hutchinson as well, which I thought he had a great game, especially set piece delivery. 3 goals, like I said, came from set pieces on the day, and I'm really happy with it. Whatever happened afterwards with the other team's results doesn't bother me, because we did our bit, and the pressure will show, because these 2 teams, they both have to win 2 games in a row without us picking up any points to overtake us. Both teams have to do that. So I'm quite confident. I'm happy where I am. I'm not worried about the teams. Think about Spurs. That's the first win they had this year, and they still didn't get out of the bottom 3. We're a late winner from West Ham. Think about psychologically what that's done to them. And they've lost a load of players as well. But I'm not bothered by the other teams. My team did me proud this weekend, and I thought that was probably the shock result of the weekend, because I would not have had us scoring 5 up there.
Nobody would.
No, I was buzzing after that. So you guys take over. I know there's some.
I want to bring Ant in. I want to bring Ant in with a question. Can Igor Jesus score?
Well, my position is and has always been that he's not a natural goal scorer. He doesn't get into the right positions often enough, and I think that's been borne out by performances this season. I don't think it's anything incredible that I've said to say that he's not a natural goal scorer and he's not a striker, and that remains. I mean, fullbacks score goals sometimes, centre backs score goals sometimes. It doesn't mean to get the odd goal here and there. It doesn't mean that you're a goal scorer. It really doesn't. So if you're trying to imply that I should change my mind, I think you're barking up the wrong tree, because no, he's not a goal scorer. He's not a natural finisher. But I like him in the position he's playing in now. I like the guy. I like him as a footballer. Just not. I don't want to rely on him as a striker to get the goals. I think that's fair enough. And Friday, his display all round on Friday was absolutely superb, as many of the players were. And to me, the way we played on Friday, that was the kind of football, not necessarily winning 5-0 away every week, but that was the kind of football that I was excited about playing at the beginning of the season. I thought that with the players that we've got, we were capable of playing. And that performance shows that we are capable of playing that kind of football. And it's not the only time we've done it. We've done it sporadically throughout the season. I think both games against Spurs, we absolutely, I mean, I know
that doesn't count. Even I wouldn't count.
Yeah, I know. Okay, fair enough. But, we have produced some good football very occasionally, but now it seems to be becoming more of a consistent thing that we may be able to do. And I don't particularly fear the rest of the season. The only thing that put me off about Saturday, the weekend's results for the other teams, is that I want us to be mathematically safe, and then you could just put it out of your mind and concentrate on the Europa League, But at the moment, we've still got to think about getting another couple of points. I watched 2 games on Saturday. I watched Tottenham versus Wolves. Both teams were dreadful. That win by Wolves proves nothing. Not only that, they've lost Xavi Simons, who, despite the fact that I think is vastly overrated, nevertheless, he is the only real creative player that they have. So he's gone. Also, that lump upfield that Robs likes, what's his name? Dominic Solanke. He's gone. So I don't think it was actually a particularly great day for Tottenham, because
I was well annoyed when he got injured, and I can't lie.
Yeah, I know. I get what you're saying. But nevertheless, from their point of view, they've lost 2 of their players, plus they've not gained on the 2 teams above them. That is, I know, and we all know from past seasons, that's devastating. When you win, you finally get a win,
Yep.
and then everybody else wins. You know what I mean? So, and the other game I watched was Arsenal versus Newcastle, an equally poor game, lacking in any sort of quality from both sides. Arsenal won that game 1-0. It should have been 0-0. It should have been. That's how bad the game was. Newcastle, they're not in great shape. So that bodes well for us in our next home game, which I'm really looking forward to, because I think that we're playing a lot better than Newcastle, so we shouldn't fear them at all. Yeah. So I'm quite positive about what's coming up. I'm now got to try and get my head into the Europa League thing, because I don't think Villa are playing very well. Now they won at the weekend, didn't they? Who did they play?
They lost to Fulham. They were terrible.
They lost to Fulham. Yeah, they lost to Fulham. And that's not really a massive shock, because Villa themselves have not been playing well lately. And I think they've lost a player as well. I can't remember who it is, but I think they've lost a player as well, or at least he's doubtful. Onana. Amadou Onana. He's doubtful. So I think that looking ahead to Thursday, and I will finish here, Rob, before you start time. Then you can stop your timer that I know you do on me.
It's only because you go on how long it takes, and then you take longer. I've got mathematical proof.
Rob, you're interrupting him.
Rob, you're interrupting.
Rob's not finished.
No, I was thinking that was an invited interruption.
The thing is, Rob, it just seems longer when you're talking. That's
just because you've got
so Thursday.
Nearly there. My
It
God,
probably does if you've got no impulse.
So Thursday, I think we can do something, and I'd be happy. I know people want 2-0, 3-0, any kind of lead for me, because I think we can do them at Villa Park as well. They've not been that brilliant at Villa Park, so I think it's the right time. If there is a right time, this is the right time for us to be playing Villa, because we're at the top of our form at the moment, and they're very much not. Whereas earlier in the season, it looked like, oh God, let's not get Villa, we'll be shafted. So it's all good, all good. Go on, Rob.
Just, let me just one thing before Rob jumps in. One thing. Since Pereira's been in, we have the highest scorers in the league. Okay, so hopefully that puts to bed any conversations about Ant putting his boots back on and jumping back on the field, because we've got players who can score goals. We don't need Ant.
Well, that's what they needed, though, Ed. They needed that competition. They watched it, and they thought, shit, we better get our act together. Yeah.
Well, do you think they're worried about the competition from Ben? Because Bruce said that to me.
That's scary.
Tell you what, Harry Styles. Oh, it's hairstyle. Sorry.
That's nasty. God, I don't know who was next. Well,
do you want to go next, Crypto? We've waited so long.
I mean, I've waited 3 weeks after I saw Nicky replacing me. First of all, I'd like you all to feel sorry for me, because I've got tonsillitis.
Oh, so I do feel sorry for me.
Is that the only itis you've got?
It's a side effect of syphilis, didn't you know?
God.
The penicillin will kick
Rob is subtle about it, and boom.
Penicillin will kick in. I think you've been way too harsh on Jesus. Jesus has transformed our team. I thought he was the man of the match. I thought he was excellent. He's assisting. He's getting second assists. He's scoring. I think you got to give him some credit. You said before that he doesn't. Oh God, Laurie's joining.
I think everybody else giving him credit. I said he played really well.
Yeah, but he is a good finisher. I mean, as you are self-confessed, you would score 20 goals.
Yeah, I know how to finish, mate. I know how to finish.
Yeah, you like seeing people finish, but I think he would. Fuck's sake, man! This stream's gone so downhill.
You come back.
You've come back, exactly. The last 3 streams back, mate.
I come back with a bit of Just for Men, and you lot are losing your marbles. My hat fits. I'm just trying to cover my eyebrows. Look, I think Jesus is a great.
This hat fits, and I can do that.
Yeah, but if I do that, I
don't have to have a Stan Laurel type on the top of the head.
My God, man, we're going to be here all night.
All right, there you go. I think you got to give Jesus some credit in the Premier League as well. I thought Hutchinson played really well. He was putting some decent crosses in, not just high crosses, but low crosses as well. So I think, look, everyone has improved under Pereira, including Morgan Gibbs-White. So do I, Larry. So do I. MGW has improved. The whole squad has improved. I will finally sit here and maybe admit that changing from Sean Dyche potentially
Another one
was the right decision.
I'll be back with my coffee.
Don't play the flip flop thing. He's gonna play it, isn't he? He's gonna play it. He can't find it. That's good.
Don't request the flip flop.
We have a flip flop. Everyone.
And yeah, as Jeff said, Nets looked good as well. I do think that Sunderland were really poor though. So yes, we scored 5 goals, which is brilliant. Yes, we were good. The whole team played well. Even Taiwo with that little touch at the end. But Sunderland were very poor. The one thing that impressed me most, though, instead of all of the goals, was Sel's save when he dived across the goal and put his left arm up. I thought that was mega. I enjoyed that more. I enjoyed that more than any of the goals. So yeah, it was a fantastic performance. I think we might be safe because I think Spurs will be going down. If we get one more win, I'm not worried about Villa now. If we get one more win in the Premier League, that's it. We're done. We're safe. So concentrate on Villa. We'll batter them too. The form we're in suggests that we go on and win the Europa League and we stay up quite easily, I think. So
I was thinking, sorry, Ben, but I was thinking about that earlier because I've kind of put things to the back of my mind a bit, but I let myself get a bit carried away, and I thought if we won the Europa League and finished, just below mid-table.
Yeah, it's a great season.
That's amazing. We seem to be taking this Europa League too lightly. We seem to just be thinking, it's like the FA Cup or something. It's massive.
The realization is that if we win the Europa League, next year we'll be in the Champions League. Number one, we all want to see it. But what's more important is that we will be able to keep most of our good players. Because if we're in the Champions League, the amount of revenue that will come to our club will be hundreds of millions. The players
and the prestige of being there as well, but it's not just money, is it?
The club will explode.
Hearing that music, man, is going to hit different.
My question for Wolfie is: if Pereira makes the Champions League and keeps us safe, do you still want Marco Silva?
Good one.
Yes.
You know what? Sorry, I'll jump in here as well. You know what? I'm changing my mind. I gotta say, I'm not as Marco Silva as I once was because I'm the same. I'm trying to think. You know what? I'm liking what he's doing.
And the players like
brilliant.
So he's good.
We've had
sorry, Rob. I know you've waited like half an hour to speak. I've got to catch up on the super chat.
All right, he's got his clock though. He's got his stopwatch.
24 minutes.
Big up Martin, my boy, with the 41 months. 41 months, man. That's as long as Crypto's been dyeing his eyebrows, man. Thank you so much, bro. Crypto's #1 fan in Nikki with the 33 months. I hope you're sober today, Nikki. Thank you for the 33, bro. I swear Nikki is 33 months every single GOR episode, by the way. Anyway,
and then everybody takes a piss out of me, but Nicky's got his name tattooed on himself so he doesn't forget it when he gets drunk.
Is that true?
Yeah. So Nicky, sorry for telling this story.
Is it spelled right?
Nishi.
Yeah.
I know somebody. I'm not sure if it's Nicky. I know somebody, and he's definitely got their own name, and it's spelt wrong. and Nicky's a kind of weird way of spelling it. So,
wait, pause. Did you guys just let Wolfie get away with a flip flop just then about Marco Silva?
No, he's not got a full way yet. It's only half flip.
I didn't flip.
We don't have
You'll never flip.
It was a semi-flip.
Big up Andy with the 199. He goes, Ez and Rob are rocking the Magneto.
I don't know what he means.
I don't know what he means.
Does he mean I don't know. We both got like similar I don't know.
High hairline, I think it means.
Hairline.
Which one's Magneto? That's Ian McKellen, isn't it? That's Magneto.
Yeah, he's good.
Could be the hairline.
Big up to Roy. We've got 31 months under his belt. Thank you so much, Roy. Thank you to Forest Lion with the £2. He goes, Crypto Ripper. Big up to Sai with the 44 months. He goes, one more win and we are safe.
100%.
I disagree. I
don't think we need another win, but we obviously would be 100% safe.
Nice to hear it.
I hear it. Big up to Chris with the £2. He goes, love Jair, but 3 games versus 3 seasons, not for me. I think he's referring to what you were saying.
What I said earlier. Okay.
Yeah. I hear it.
You know
I hear
what?
it.
Can we just have a quick word about that? Because
We will. We got a lot to talk about. And big up to Matt with the 40 months. Absolute legend. Thank you so much, Matt. He's never wavered from his Futurama picture in all those. Never spiced it out. I actually think he looks like that in real life now. Okay, there's over 500 of you in here. Make sure you've liked, make sure you subscribe, make sure to check out the sponsors, OK Jerseys. And without further ado, Rob, it's been 26 minutes, so over to you.
It's that weird mixture of
what I was going to say was...
I was just waiting.
So it is that weird mixture of positivity and negativity at the same time that sums up this whole season. We have already achieved our second highest points total since getting back in the Premier League, and we've still got 4 games to go. So I can't really make up my mind on whether this is a good season or a bad one, because we've had some massive highs in this. 3-0 away at Anfield, 3-0 away at Tottenham, this 5-0. And then we've had some absolutely horrific games like that 0-0 draw at home with Wolves. So you don't know whether you're coming or going. And Braga and stuff like that. It's been the most polarized season I can imagine. But, you know, what's the alternative? You could just be Fulham and just sit there like mid-table doing nothing exciting. So, but I guess that these sort of extremes of emotion are starting to get on my nerves now, because the thing with this relegation battle, you can never relax. Just when you think you've pulled away, they'll come after you again. So there's still such a wide variability of what can happen in the remaining 4 games. Newcastle should be worried, because if we beat them, you know, we could go ahead of them. Newcastle are actually not out of the picture, believe it or not.
They're dropping like a stone rock.
Yeah, Leeds have been dragged back in. So, I mean, we could theoretically be finishing as high as 14th, 15th and winning the Europa League, or we could finish with nothing and go down. I would say that we've hit form at just the right time, and we've had something which we haven't had all season, which is consistency, because we've been so inconsistent this season. And now with this 8-game run, it's just, I guess it's just difficult to believe in. Now, a few quick things about the game itself. Fair play to Vítor for actually doing what we all wanted, which is like so many managers.
Winning.
You can see the answers there on the pitch, and you think, why don't you just start with what you had in the second half against Burnley? And he did. Why can't you just start Jair Cunha? And he did. So he's a fan pleaser of a manager, because you know, I would have looked at that and said, just do what you did in the second half against Burnley. Carry on where you left off. And they absolutely did. Now, having said that, you don't have to be Nostradamus to see how they do it. I watched that Sunderland-Newcastle game, and Sunderland gave away a stupid goal from passing around at the back. These teams that like to build from the back, this is why I've never had a problem with Sells kicking it long. I've never had a problem, because I'm yet to see the upside over 100 games of this build from the back. Cooper tried to do it, and it was heart-in-mouth moments with Matt Turner in goal. You know, it just is so uncomfortable. And Sunderland just didn't get the message, did they? We were pressing them and forcing them into all sorts of mistakes. Absolutely delighted for Chris Wood to get back on the score sheet. I didn't think we would be waiting for too long, but if it had gone on for a few more games, doubts might have started to creep in. I was really pleased. The quality of his finish should not be underestimated, because it's sort of right under his feet and he's got very little space to work with. The keeper's advancing and he sort of shifts it onto his left and just does what it has to do, and it sort of trickles in, but it's an excellent finish. And then the finishes from Jesus and Gibbs-White, more volleys, more amazing volleys where they're smacking the ball so cleanly. I do think we're probably going to end up having a more in-depth discussion about Igor Jesus and what his future is. But I mean, I would rather have him now than some of the other people we've spoken about, like Strand Larsen or whoever.
Yeah.
But like, I would have him right now. He's got what, 3 goals in 4 games. He's red hot.
We need the flip-flop emoji.
No, I've always been a supporter of Igor Jesus.
Rob, you went to heaven and earth to try and get Strand Larsen in this.
No, I didn't. I said we shouldn't pay more than 35 million.
You said pay 55 million.
That was at a time when it looked like Chris Wood wasn't going to play again this season. Okay, so I'm all right to say that now. So there's a discussion to be had around him. There's a discussion to be had around the Jair and Murillo issue. The problem, of course, is that with Cunha getting injured, I do not want to be playing the remainder of the games of this season with Morato and Milenkovic. That is there always has to be some a cloud in the silver lining, and that's it.
I think Murillo will be back next game. If Jair Cunha isn't fit, you'll see Murillo back.
I certainly hope so, because otherwise, what are we saving him for? Do you know what I mean?
He ain't injured, man. He ain't injured.
Yeah. Well, so last thing, I mean, I've no particular beef with Sunderland, but I did go to the home game where we were managed by Angela Postecoglou, and Sunderland nicked a 1-0 from the most stupid refereeing decision about Dominguez faking an injury and stupid set piece. And that felt to me like an offence to the people of Nottingham. And I feel that we have more than revenged that. And it was kind of funny watching Anderson get that last-minute goal. Because what annoyed me is that the Sunderland fans were singing, "You're just a sad Geordie bastard," which I thought was incredibly tasteless thing to sing at him. I heard that, and he silenced them at the end, and good for him. So anyway, they've not got a lot to shout about after losing 5-0. So look, it is annoying that the others won, but that said, I had them both down to win those games, and I didn't have us down to win this one. So we've overperformed. You know, I'm sorry, but Spurs were always going to beat Wolves. And
no, they weren't. Did you watch the match? Rubbish.
In fact, can I just finish by saying how much?
You're trying to make out that you're some Nostradamus. Like twice.
Yeah, like it was inevitable, and like we battered.
Yeah, like it was inevitable. They did not deserve to win that game.
They needed at the end as well.
I have to say, I am sick of bloody Wolves giving out 3 points to all of our enemies in quick succession. I hope they follow Leicester down to League One, and Rob Edwards takes them on another relegation because he's a relegation specialist. You bastards. All you had to do was not lose at home to Wolves, and you've ruined it for everybody.
He did it with Luton, Rob. He doubled it with Luton, didn't he?
Yeah.
Do you know that? Who's told me? The Pot said this to me. He goes, 2 years ago, the team that finished in 18th were?
Luton.
What happened to them?
Double relegation.
Yeah, and
last season, who's the team that finished 18th?
Leicester.
What happened?
Yeah, double relegation.
Oh, come on, Spurs! Come on, Spurs!
No, well, Spurs have to get Rob Edwards to manage them. That would be ideal.
All right, I want to talk about someone you guys didn't really touch on. Morgan Gibbs-White. He has been red hot with his boots, man. The guy who
7-7, isn't it? Goals by 7-7 in the Premier League. Yeah.
What's he on in the Premier League now? 14 or something?
Well, he's clearly
the highest scoring midfielder in England. I know
he's also the highest scoring Englishman in England.
Yeah. That's probably what I meant.
So, yeah, he's on 13 league goals.
13 league goals.
13 league goals.
That's like crazy. Like this is a guy who
he's a bit slack on the assists, though, isn't he? If I remember rightly.
Yeah, 3 assists. 3 assists in the league.
Mind you, to be fair to Morgan Gibbs-White, and I will be, when you've only got Jesus up there, you're not likely to get a lot of assists, are you? Because you pass it to him and he'll miss.
That's a backhand.
Did-
Ant,
did-
Ant,
did-
would you
did-
take
did-
this?
That's
All right, wait, hold
absolutely
on,
fair
man. Hold
comment.
on. Let me ask
Fair
Ant something.
comment, isn't it?
Wait, Ben. Let me ask Ant something.
Has Jesus missed this season? How many good chances has he
Hold
missed?
on,
Not
hold on.
many. Not many.
If I said to you,
Well, maybe
14
that's
goals in
because
the
he's
season,
not good enough as a striker to be in the right
Ant,
position.
That's
No, it's a
shocking.
fact, mate. It's fact. If he's not in the right position, that's down to the striker.
Okay.
All right, listen, Ant. If I said to you, what would you like your striker to score season-wise at a Forest level? What would you say a good return is?
Minimum in the Premier League.
Just
In the Premier
throughout
League?
season.
No. We have to separate Premier League because you could be playing Doncaster in the FA Cup. They don't count. So
We've not
Premier
had an
League,
FA
I'd
Cup run.
my number 9, I would expect an absolute minimum of 15. As an absolute minimum.
15.
Who
Yeah.
satisfies that criteria in the current top
So
scorers?
you right
Haaland,
now,
basically.
I don't care, Rob. I've got standards, mate. I'm a Nottingham Forest fan.
Right,
I've
but
seen us
it's
win the
Haaland
European Cup
or
twice, mate.
nothing.
Don't talk to me
Haaland or
about who else scores. This is my standard for my club.
And you said you'd score 20. So are they
15
shitting
a
the rest
lot.
of you?
It's 15 a lot in the season.
okay, Anne, hold on. Let me
I
just
agree with you, Ant. I agree with you.
Yeah,
There are only
15. I'd expect most of the midfielders to be looking at around there.
There's only 2 strikers in the Premier League who've got more than 15 goals.
Salad, I
Well,
really
well,
don't give a shit. My standard for my club, for my striker, is a minimum of 15 goals a season. Any less than that, and you're not doing your job.
I
In
agree.
the
Right.
league or in general?
In
Pardon?
general.
League or season?
In the Premier League. Oh, no, in the Premier League. I only count Premier League because cups you don't know you're playing. No,
What about
Premier League.
Europa? You care about Europa,
No,
don't you?
I'm not counting Europa because you don't have a standard you're playing against. No,
15.
Premier League for me is where you prove your worth as a striker. We've seen plenty of strikers in the past that have scored dozens of goals in League Cups, FA Cups, Europa League, but can't score in the league. We've seen dozens of them. So
Quite
the standard is the
agreeing
Premier
with
League.
you.
And for me, 15 is the minimum for me to say he's had a good season.
Mm-hmm.
15's not a lot. You get hat-trick first day of the season. You've got 37 games to get 12 goals. Come on. You're saying that's hard? Ridiculous. I don't know what is with you lot. Honestly, you were born in the wrong times, mate. If you've not seen football like it's meant to be
Don't
played,
start talking
honestly.
about Stan Collymore.
Yeah, no, Collymore.
Collymore.
That's
I know you're going
different.
to say Stan Collymore's name.
Well, obviously, he's going to say Collymore.
So what was the question? Was there a question there?
No.
Well, I
Yeah,
can't
well,
answer it
I'll
then.
put it in the poll. Do you agree with Ant or not? Is 15 your bare minimum?
How can you have any less than that? You've got to be retarded to have any less than that. For your main number 9, less than 15. Come on, guys.
Yeah, I mean,
But
one
if you're in a
Do
defensive-
you understand what less than 15 is? It means 14, 13, 12. These are midfielders' numbers, not bloody main striker numbers. Honestly, you lot.
I agree, but I
You've
think
got this idiot next to me going, 15, oh my God.
Rob hasn't even said anything.
15 out of 38 games, Rob.
Pointed red.
15 out of 38 games.
Hang on. Igor has scored 15 goals all comps this
Yeah,
season.
No. I do not count amateur pathetic competitions against
Yeah,
farmers
you don't
league teams.
count penalties.
I do
You
not
don't
count them.
count.
No,
You don't
believe
count
there's
goals
an
on a
amateur-
Tuesday. You don't count
No,
goals.
I don't count penalties either. By the way, that 15 is promote and play. No penalties. No penalties.
What about direct free
Anybody can
kick?
score a
But
penalty.
how many
Direct free
strikers are
kick.
doing that,
You've
Ant?
got to
How
be
many
physically
strikers?
handicapped to not score a penalty.
But how many
You allow
strikers?
corners. What about corners?
Thank you, Carol. Thank you.
Do corners count?
Honestly,
Goals from corners.
well, you lot, honestly, I don't even want to talk to you
No,
anymore.
no.
You're
Not
ridiculous.
you lot.
Have you ever
Ridiculous.
thought that you might be the wrong one?
No, never crossed my mind. Never will.
Never, I would never have crossed it.
I think the funniest thing is that Ant said he would, about 4 streams ago, sat here and said he'd score 20 goals a season. So you're basically
Yeah,
saying
no,
that
I didn't. Don't tell lies. Do not tell
you said
lies.
20 minimum. Across
I
the season.
said out of 99 shots, I would score 20. I'd sit
Yo,
down.
there's loads agreeing, you know. There's
Right.
loads agreeing.
That
Yeah,
should
because
be
I'm
the
right.
target,
Because
but
I
how
don't know
many
what's
are
wrong with
hitting
you, lot.
No, I
Honestly,
think
you're
people-
not right in the head.
that?
You
Who
said a
said
player that
anything?
scored 13 goals is your main
And you
striker.
argue
Is that a
with
good
yourself
season?
half
Are
the
you
time.
right?
How many has Nketiah scored?
2.
We're not talking about Nketiah, are we?
All right. Anyway, we weren't even talking about goals.
Yeah,
Hold on. We were talking about Gibbs-White. We need to talk about
How many has he
Gibbs-White.
got this season in the league?
13.
13. See what I'm saying? Midfielder numbers.
That's 2
Yeah,
less
he's
than
played
50.
every game though, so he's
He
played
needs a
every
striker,
game.
mate. He's not our main striker. 13 is brilliant for Gibbs-White. By the way, play the flip-flop because I'm loving this guy. I said he shouldn't go to the World Cup. Absolutely, he should go to the World Cup.
Thank you.
Been fantastic.
You argued with me.
We have a flip-flop. Everyone changes their mind. Like they didn't say that last time. We have a flip-flop, trying to erase the past. Well, buddy, you're having a laugh.
I can see he's dancing. I can see the backstage. He's dancing away.
And then I can see Rob sat there like.
But joking aside, man, he has been on fire. He's been on fire. He was crap in the first half against Burnley, and then as soon as he's moved to that left side, my God, man.
Right. So the thing is with Gibbs-White and his inclusion in the England squad, obviously you want Forest players in the England squad because he's good for the prestige of the club. But I actually think that England are more likely to win the World Cup if they take Morgan Gibbs-White. They need him.
Come and let us speak because I know he wants to do an I told you so. So let us speak.
I don't need to. You know what? In preparation today, because there was so many I told you so's and all that. Actually, you won't give I bought myself flowers because I know you lot ain't giving me no flowers today. So, thank you for queuing that up for me. But you're absolutely right. I did say that a few weeks ago. I think he's considering who he's up against in that position. Foden's not getting a game for Man City at the moment. I don't think Bellingham. Yeah, I don't think Bellingham's a 10. He's not playing a 10, and I don't want him played as a 10 anyway. We've seen the best of Morgan Gibbs-White, like I think Wolfie just said there, since he's changed position, since he's moved in a little bit, and he's not having to beat 10 men to create a chance. He's there, and when he is creating a chance, like he did for Chris Wood the other day, it's a simple pass right into position. That layoff from Jesus for his
woke him up.
Yesterday.
It woke him up.
Morgan Gibbs-White's goal yesterday and the way he struck it, for the first time in a long time, I felt as confident as anything. As soon as he struck it, that he was going to score. Yeah. I had no doubt about it. And you know how we felt about his striking. And we saw it actually in the last game because he said it himself, I snatched out a couple of chances and then I composed myself. Only gets a hat-trick. It's no fluke that he's playing some of his best football under the manager. I think the manager has brought the best out of him, and I am loving his post matches. And I think you should listen to him because he never takes any credit at all. He puts all the credit on the players.
Yeah, I'll give him backroom team. Now I've kind of assessed him as I can now listen to him as well.
He's very humble, and you know what? You asked a question last week. The manager, I think, if he carries on the way he does, and we get that result, we stay up, and we get that result in Europa. He's got to have a chance of staying on. He's got to have a chance, but he's made the difference. He has made the difference in terms of what you can see on the pitch and how the players have taken it on. They've got a freedom that we haven't seen them play with all season. They've got a desire, a shape which we haven't seen all season, and it's coming to fruition. And the best players, the cream will always rise to the top. And I always said Morgan Gibbs-White is our best player, whether you like it or not. He's on the highest wages because he is our best player. We could not afford to have lost him in the summer. In hindsight, we could not have lost him in the summer. So I'm glad he stayed, and I'm glad he's proven it.
Sorry, very, very quickly. You may remember under Daesh, I got to the stage where I actually quit. Luckily enough, it was only one game because he got sacked after that. but this is the first time, really, for quite a long time this season that I'm actually looking forward to the Newcastle game. I actually can't wait to see us play because we're playing so well,
Are you going to Villa?
That's Pereira. That's got to be Pereira.
Are you going to Villa in midweek?
No, I'm not going to
midweek. No. Okay.
I think, look, there's 4 points on Gibbs-White, I would say, for his improvement. Number 1, goals breed goals. I think the goals giving him confidence. Number 2, more importantly for me, it's instinctive. He's not thinking before he's shooting. He wants... he's gonna shoot whatever. You know what I'm saying? He's in that mindset. He feels like he's gonna hit it. Number 3, don't underestimate Chris Wood being back on the pitch, not helping him. That's a huge one as well. And number 4, Pereira. Pereira's unlocked him, man. Whatever Pereira's doing with him off the
and there's a 5th one there as well, and people won't like it, and people always message me on Twitter, but the criticism from the fans makes players play better. It does. Yeah. If you get criticized for your performance,
I'll defend you if you don't mind.
Just a quick say. I think a lot of us are in the same boat. We've consistently said that Morgan Gibbs-White is a good player. The only thing he was lacking was his consistency. Now he is consistent. He's one of our best players again. And we knew he had that in his locker. But what was frustrating, and the reason why we criticized him the most, is because we knew he could play like this, but he wasn't. Now he is. That is why he's playing so well now. And now, again, he's become the player we wanted him to be. And if he keeps this up, then he could potentially be player of the season, pulling it back at the end in the last 10 games or so.
We were right to criticize him when we did because of what he was doing. Now, he is arguably the most talented player on the team. The problem comes when he's trying to do all of the jobs, to be the captain, to carry the ball forward, to do all the passes and score all the goals. That is too much. And I think this using him further forward as a kind of inside forward and say, just concentrate on scoring, mate. You know, you don't have to be losing the ball on the edge of our box. I mean, the weird thing is we saw both sides of him in that Burnley game because the first half was bad Morgan and the second half was supreme Morgan in the same game. So, look, it's absolutely right for us to give our feedback because what we wanted to see was this, and we knew he was capable of it. And it's ironic that when he did get his chance for England, it was about 18 months ago when he wasn't playing anything nearly as well as he is now. I also think that he suits England pretty well because I think there's a few similarities between Harry Kane and Chris Wood in how they play. You know, they're both powerful in the air. Neither of them is particularly mobile. And I think that Gibbs-White is a natural fit to play with Harry Kane. So I just think if he's not on that plane, and I want to look very closely who it is, because if it's somebody like bloody James Maddison or someone like that, I'm going to be really pissed off.
No, you can't be taking Maddison.
It can't be Maddison.
No, but it'll be or Jordan Henderson.
The thing is, with Morgan, I think he needs to go. He needs to be in the squad. Because if nothing else, and I mean if nothing else, last 15, 20 minutes, he brings energy. He brings a lot of energy, which is something that England are often not good at. You know what I mean? They pass the ball.
And he can play. He can play a few positions across that middle. You know, he's not stuck as a cam, as we've seen. He's not a cam. You know, he can play all positions.
If Tuchel doesn't take him, then there's obviously a big club bias, if you like. That can be the only reason if he doesn't take him.
The biggest thing though, that I think has changed under Pereira is that if you look at players who we'd effectively wrote off, like Taiwo, even Taiwo is starting to play better than people expect.
He was effective yesterday again.
He was effective. He's
not. Here's the question I got for you guys on Gibbs-White. When he signed the new contract, the 150k or whatever it was, there was no extension on the length of it. So he's still got another year. I think has he got another year after this one?
Gibbs-White.
Double check.
Gibbs-White.
Yeah,
he must have more than another year.
It extended the length.
It didn't extend. It got rid of the clause and it got a pay bump.
So we need to sign him up again this summer. Then is what you say.
So that is going to be my leading question. Let's just go with that. I'm correct on it. I'm pretty sure I got to go back on the old video.
We definitely didn't extend it, but I'm not sure.
I don't know how long he's got left. I think it's a year. I think can someone double check in the chat, save me the hassle?
Might be right. I don't think we gave him more than that would be his 5th season, wouldn't we?
Yeah,
wouldn't it? Yeah. And we signed him in the first one. Did we give him an extension under Cooper, or was it 5 years that we gave him originally? I'm not sure we gave him 5 years originally. You know, I think it would have been 3 of them. I did 2 years.
Last summer he was still on the original contract. and they've done something to.
It expires in June 2028. So he's got
Oh,
one. He's got
okay.
two more years.
2 years left. 2 years
Is
left.
there a
Fantastic.
year on it? Okay. I'm sure it's. I've got a feeling it wasn't.
It was 1+1. I'm pretty sure it was 1+1.
Yeah,
Oh,
anyway,
the club got an option. The club's got an
Yeah.
option.
he can't go to any other club now because he'd have to drive.
He signed a new long-term contract extension, confirming his commitment to the City ground until the summer of 2028.
Okay. Well,
I'm just reading.
but that conversation.
I mean, we're not
I'm
gonna-
thinking, shit, what do we do this summer?
We won't sell it. We won't sell it.
I thought it was strange to make such a big hullabaloo about
You know
it.
what? You know who was saying it to me? It was all the Spurs lot. It was all the Spurs lot saying, "Oh, this is corrupt.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
he's
it's
just
salty,
taking
aren't
the
they?
pay and all this stuff." Do you think he
they're a bit
stays
salty.
this summer though? Let's assume we stay up. Let's assume
If
whatever.
we get Champions League, definitely.
I was gonna say, let's not even assume that. Forget the Champions League. We don't get Champions
Oh
League.
yeah, we'll have to have a chat
Does he
about that as
stay?
well, won't we?
I think he stays because I think another player may go. I don't want to see him go, but I think he will. I think Anderson will.
Well,
go.
okay,
And
Ben, you weren't here for this chat.
it depends on who comes in for him and how much they offer as well. That's quite important.
Yeah, but I think we sell Anderson ahead of Morgan Gibbs-White.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you
I
said
think
it. Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you.
Look, and don't get me wrong. I love Anderson. I think he's fantastic. He's a brilliant player. He's a brilliant guy. I wish him all the very best. But Morgan
Seen his
Gibbs-White,
stats, Ben. I know
I
you
know.
looked at your stats. Oh
But I
man, he's
also-
number one in every comeback.
Everything. Yeah, you know what? He's going to be one of those players.
I love Morgan
He's gonna be-
Gibbs-White as well.
No, but he's going to be one. Anderson's going to be one of those players. You're not going to miss him until he's gone because you. Ant's
Yeah.
right. He's
Yeah.
number one in all those stats.
Yeah, but-
all
yeah,
the
but look-
comebacks and the forward passes and all sorts. He's there,
Yeah.
number one.
Yeah, if
On
we-
But
every-
it begs the question: how the hell are we 16th in the league?
Yeah, but
Well,
you have to.
it's
Do you want me
mismanagement.
to answer that with? Yeah, do you want me to answer that by saying Ange Postecoglou, Sean Dyche?
Don't say Sean Dyche. Because
Sean
Sean
Dyche.
Dyche is one of
Mr.
our best.
Mr. Marinakis messed up, and he's got it right now. He did mess up, and he knows he messed up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, but
I'm really-
as-
I've said-
the reality is, if you can sit here and say you don't want to sell Anderson and Morgan Gibbs-White, no one does, but one of them will go. They will sell a big star. They will.
Not
I think it'll be
necessarily.
Anderson. I think
Not
it'll be Anderson.
necessarily. But
They
of
will.
I think
all of them,
Anderson, because Man
It might be
City-
Well,
Murillo.
three-
It might be Murillo.
it'd be
I think
So
Murillo.
so.
say, out of the three right now, I'd sell Marilla.
Murillo
I think
for
it's
me.
Murillo and Anderson will go.
Well, let's hope it's
I
not.
think-
I'm okay with that because it'll bring a lot of money in, and provided we replace them well, then let's
Yeah,
Unless-
but this is the
unless
thing.
we get
If-
Champions League.
Let's
if-
I mean, Murillo seems to have checked out for me. He's checked out. I think that he's got his mind on the World Cup and a future move, and that's why he comes up with these.
He was celebrating
every
the
single
goal.
game. He's limping around every single game. You know,
Mhm.
There's something not right there, but let's not forget
and
him
he's not been
clearing.
great either, by the way. Passing the ball away every fart's end.
Let's not forget that he cleared the ball off the line in the final second against Man City, which is something that only Murillo does.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't want to talk our players down. Have you muted yourself?
Yeah, I didn't mute.
It's a good job because I was going to have a go at you.
That was beautiful. Do it again. Give me the button. Let's not talk our players down. I would rather talk Jair up. What is the problem with his shoulder? Do we know anything about it?
Even if it's a
Jackie-
dislocation, it's not going to keep him out. I don't think it's not a muscle injury. and
I
stuff
think
like that.
he'll be all right. The way he came
Yeah.
off the pitch.
You're on the
yeah,
wrong
he
mic,
obviously
Ant.
hurt
I don't know what
himself,
you've done.
but-
You're on your wrong mic.
Oh, I'm not. Okay. You lot carry
Okay.
on.
I don't know what's wrong with Jair. Well, we do, but we just don't know. We saw what we saw. That's
Yeah,
it.
he-
I don't
he's
think
got
it
his
looked that
shoulder.
serious. I don't think it looked that serious.
Well, if it's his clavicle, it will be serious, but he still can heal from that. Because that's what it looked like. It looked like he landed on his clavicle, which is very painful. But he will be fit to play on Thursday, 100%, mate. That's not going to keep him out. It's not a muscle tear or anything like that that's going to restrict him from playing. He might have it bandaged up, he might, whatever, but he'll still be able to play, I think. If push came to shove and Murillo's not available, Jai Cunha will make himself available, I guarantee you.
I'd
hope
like
that
to
one of
pick up on your point earlier, Ez, that even if they were both available, you'd prefer Cunha. And you
Yeah.
know what?
Your mic's
not
still not
far
right.
off.
by the way.
Your mic's wrong, Ant.
I'm not
But I
far
take
off
your
that
point.
position myself.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
So
at that position.
What do we
I've
do?
been so
What do we do
impressed
on
with Jair.
Thursday if neither is available? I think we need to
We
confront it.
lose. Because Morata.
Yeah.
comes on.
Yeah, I think we do.
So is there any world in which you start Abbott alongside
No,
Milenkovic?
not if Cunha or
No, if
Mourinho.
they're not available. man.
You
If
missed
they're
the
not
question,
available.
man. Missed the question.
Oh,
It's
over
so
Morata, you
low.
mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Over Morata.
I would start Abbott
I think
over
so.
Morata.
I think
Morata
he's
It's
done
is-
well
worth
in Europe.
discussing, isn't it? It is
I
worth
think he's done
discussing.
well in Europe. He's not been bad, and I think he's played well with Milenkovic in those games because Milenkovic pretty much played in every single game this season. League.
Talking about Morata now, it's.
No, I'm talking about Abbott. I
Abbott.
think he's played well
Oh,
when
Abbott,
he's come
okay.
in
I was about to say something.
In the
I think,
Europa League games when he's had to come in, he's played alongside Milenkovic. I think he's looked really good. I think he's made some good last-ditch challenges as well. Playing alongside somebody like that, he's only going to get better. But yeah, if it's a choice over Morata or Abbott, it's Abbott for me.
Ed, do you like what he did when he pushed Einar into right centre back in the back three? Did you see that?
Is that
And
what
then
he did in that last bit?
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
sure?
So he went Einar.
Nico
He looked at it and he
didn't
thought, "Oh shit, Morata in the 2. I don't like it." So he pushed Einar there. He put Nico Williams on the right and then brought Nets in on the left. So there's a back 3 with Einar in there.
You could play back 3 with Nets. I think he's very mobile and agile, and I really did like his little cameo on Friday. So you could play back 3 with Nets, but Abbott over Morata, if that's for choice, I think the chat will agree, and I think the panel will agree. Abbott over Morata every day if the others aren't available.
It's a difficult one because Morata is a left footer and would fit more naturally on the left side of Milenkovic. He's got more physical presence and he's got more experience. I think the problem that I have with him is his clumsiness and his decision making, whereas Abbott has neither of those problems. So Abbott is right-footed. He's still a teenager. He's more physically slight, but he doesn't do dumb shit. And that is maybe what it comes down to. Plus, I mean, you know, if they've got like the sort of pace and mobility of Ollie Watkins, you know, I've seen Morata lose his man too many times. Do you know what I mean? He seems to just be in the wrong place. So it's
concentrated. He loses his concentration so often. And first time I saw it was against Villa last season.
Just one other thing, in terms of the vibe in the ground, let's imagine that he puts his faith in Abbott and it's Abbott playing as an orthodox centre-back alongside Milenkovic. I think the whole City ground would be behind Abbott, wanting him to do well. Whereas if he starts Morata, the whole City ground is going to be waiting for him to mess up. And it just changes the whole mindset around it. So, you know,
it's an issue because I don't think Morata was that bad against Sunderland. He still did some dumb shit like tackling Milenkovic.
So actually, what I would say is that when we played Villa at home last year, which is the one where we came from behind after John Duran scored, and then we brought on Morata, and we totally bossed Villa for the last 15 minutes. And my Villa friend said, God, that Brazilian guy with the tattoos was terrifying. You know,
remember the good old days. Remember the good old days when
Morata was
we couldn't wait for Morata to come on because you knew that was that.
So the thing is that maybe Morata still has that in him because he was a talisman, wasn't he? He was a talisman at one point.
I remember we went 1-0 up last season. I can't remember against who, like 4 or 5
minutes.
And yeah, Rob texts me saying, "Bring fucking Morata.
Bring Morata."
I'll try to catch up with the super chat. Sorry, man. I'll bring you back in just a second. Big up to Matt with the 4.99. He goes, Spuds and West Ham result keeps Leeds in the fight. Spuds playing Leeds in 2 games. Leeds can't afford to be on the beach. They've also got West Ham as well. Like Leeds have got a big say in this.
Today's FA Cup result is really good for us because it means that Leeds have no distractions and it means that Chelsea do. So we've got to play Chelsea and our enemies have to play Leeds. So hopefully Leeds, you know, Leeds are not the same as Wolves. They're not pushover. Leeds have still got something to fight for. They're not handing out 3 points like Wolves.
They got
the only thing I'll say in that is the FA Cup final is not really a distraction. It's right at the end of the season.
No, but
so it's not another game that's going to fall in between.
You know, I think what Rob's saying, all their eggs are in that basket.
I don't think they give a shit about Chelsea anymore. I think they're so selfish. They only care about themselves. So they'll be saving them. I think that some of them may be saving themselves for the World Cup
What
and
with-
for the FA Cup.
When do we play? With 4 games
They
to
don't
go?
normally play like that. I mean, they were shit today, but they don't normally play like that.
Actually,
Normally, you just, you know.
It is actually interesting that those
Hmm.
those games with Tottenham and Leeds and West Ham and Leeds are obviously like 6-point swings, right? So it could end up working for us that
it suits us.
one of them's got to lose. So, or if they both draw, that's even better. Yeah. But one of them's got to lose. And if it's the same team both times, if Leeds lose both of those, then we finish above Leeds. You know, and if
Exactly.
Leeds beat them both, then
Finish above
so
Leeds.
They're relegated.
yeah.
Ryan with the 499. Hold on, let me just. There's quite a few. Ryan with the 499 goes, "Hi, all, loving the content. Predictions for the Villa game. 2-0 will be ideal going into the away fixture. Thinking 1-0 wouldn't be enough. You Reds. We will do a build up to the Leeds game probably Wednesday. What day?
Can I just have a very quickly, because I mentioned this earlier on, but 1-0, I'd be okay with 1-0. We don't need to draw at Villa. We're capable of drawing at Villa. They've not been brilliant at home recently, so we can draw at Villa.
Yeah.
We'll beat them on penalties.
I would fear if we took a 3-0 lead after what we did against.
Oh God, don't get me wrong. I'll still be pooing my pants, but whatever
We'll beat
it
them on
is.
penalties. You heard it here first. We'll beat them on penalties.
Go on then, Rob. We'll go with that then, Rob.
Yeah.
Big up to Kev with the £5. He goes, MGW revitalized in the VÍTOR era. I couldn't agree more, man.
Yeah,
He's been brilliant, especially in the last couple of games. Thank you for the $5. And when Chris Wood scores, she reappears. Big up to Jess with
And
the
my biggest fan
£21.
as well.
Oh, Ez #1 fan as well as Wood #1 fan. Look at you.
What?
Bought me the flowers.
That's not what you said last year, Jeff.
Shut up.
Go on, as his #1 fan, you better read it as.
Okay, evening, gents. Can't stay at work. Just want to say clear. It's Wood is our savior. Okay, that's a £20 super chat from Jess, who's
I'm really surprised.
Don't give up your day job, Ez.
I am really surprised.
I've got my glasses on.
I think Jess needs to pay another £20 just to mark the fact that her boy Hutchinson had his best game of the year on Friday.
Well, I think Ants just said don't give up your day job, but last time he accused her of being homeless and unemployed.
yeah, she's on benefits.
No, I was talking to Ez, though. I was talking to Ez, not to Jess.
Yeah, he was talking to me. But yeah.
Okay, look, we'll try and squeeze the stream in on Wednesday to talk about Villa, but honestly, I just want some closing thoughts from you boys, but I just think we're brilliant. You know what the key difference for me?
Oh, Ez, you mean?
No, you're shit. The key difference for me in these performances have been pace and press. They're two key things where for weeks under that stupid idiot Dyche, you're passing it sideways, backwards, sideways, long ball. With Pereira, I'm not saying it's like Nuno. I feel like there's more tactics involved in it, but the pace and the press is back there. Yeah.
Also, can I just touch on
the
set
West
piece
Ham
as
fans,
well?
they were going effing mad at them because they went 1-0 up and then Nuno did his tactical stuff and sat back. And the West Ham, I was watching the West Ham TV. They were going mad about Nuno, calling him a coward and lots of names.
Well, on the back of that, the opposite we saw from Pereira when we were 3-0 up, he was saying keep going. So he wanted us to get a few more goals. But just touching on our set pieces and the difference I saw in our set pieces, because Ant's seen this, Rob, we've all seen this when we've been at the stadium. Our short corners in the past have been absolutely atrocious, almost got us in danger most of the time. The difference was, and you saw it with the short corners and with the free kick yesterday from both sides, when it was laid off, it was hitting first time each time. We didn't take another touch. We hit it in first time to the back post, overloaded the back post.
Exactly, Ed. Igor on the back post.
And
is
Igor,
deadly.
exactly. Igor was a free man each time. And he set up all 3 goals.
I cannot think of who I would want more on the back post. I
bet That's why he was man of the match.
Me?
What? Yeah, you.
No, I don't head the ball, mate.
No, Rob said he couldn't think of a better player to have on the back post apart from Igor Jesus. I said, I bet you could think of another player.
I could think of somebody better. No, his head ability is good. If he's in the right place, He's all right.
He's
I'm
great
sorry,
in the
he-
year
Do
anyway.
we know how many
He's
assists
fantastic,
he
yeah.
has? Because it must be a fair number now.
What, in the league?
Yeah.
So you're counting that one last night as an assist, are you, Rob?
He's got 4 assists.
Yeah. Hey, look, it's either a goal or an assist.
Yeah, he's got 4 assists in the league.
You've got a point.
Overall, Jesus has got 17 goal contributions. So that's, I think he's got
In the
12
Premier
goals and
League?
5 assists. In all
No.
competitions. In all competitions.
No, it's
I
more
know.
than that. It's more than that.
It's 17, I think, in all
He
competitions.
scored
But what
15
we
goals,
can't
bro.
say-
Add 4 assists to that already. You're over 17.
How many goals?
He scored 15 this season.
He hasn't,
That's-
who are we on about?
While
Jesus.
we're displacing
He hasn't
Igor,
scored 15
while
goals,
we're
has he?
displacing
Yes,
Igor, we
Has
should
he?
also remember that
Then
at
you're
the
right.
start of the season, he wasn't playing. Chris Wood was playing.
Yeah.
Secondly, he served under Postecoglou, who scored about 1 goal in 8 games total, right? And then under Dyche, who was let's say the least inspired attacking manager we've had this season.
Your boy.
So-
mate.
So I think the fact that he's stayed fit and he's now coming good, we should not overlook that, and we should just praise him where it's due.
Who, Jesus?
Yes.
He's my boy, man. Like,
Yeah.
honestly,
Well,
he even
well,
boosted me the
okay,
other
so
day, man.
What does he get next
He's got
season?
5 goals in 33 Premier League appearances.
He's got
He's
20
got 20
GA, man.
goals in 4 games.
He's got 5 goals in 33 Premier League appearances.
Yeah,
He's
but that's
got
not
3
all-star.
goals in 4 games.
Well, God,
I like Rob.
Well, that doesn't mean he's a great striker, does it, Rob? It means he's scored 3
It
goals in
means
the last
he-
5 games.
It means right now.
Can I just
Right
say,
now.
someone in the chat said this in the watch along. They said, and I fully agree with this, he reminds me of Firmino.
Yeah, Roberto Firmino.
Mm.
And if he ends
Yeah,
up being
Imagine he scored goals as well, didn't he?
You know, no, but positionally, Firmino wasn't.
Well, he
that
looks like
slightly
him as
deeper
well.
one, yeah.
he also looks like him.
He does a bit. The
No,
team-
it's right. He's got 17 goals and assists in both competitions.
no, he's
Yeah,
not.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, scoring against Blobby Blobnob of bloody Blob
Yeah, but
Blobnob
you still have to
Ammonia.
beat the team. No, I'm not with that argument. I'm going to shout over you now. I don't get that argument because you still have to beat the teams in front of you. You still have to beat those teams, and we would not be in the semi-final if you hadn't scored those goals. So
So if I
argument,
score a goal against the under sevens girls team of Slenton TV junior school, if I score a goal against them, that counts as much as if I'd have scored a goal in the Premier League, does it?
Yeah,
If
this
it gets
is-
us to Europa semi-final, it counts, but it wouldn't, would it?
it's quite
Yeah,
simple.
What if
It's
his
literally-
goal?
you
What if
can't
he
dismiss
scores
his
the
goal.
winner in the final against Braga that puts us in the Champions League? Do you count that?
Yeah, well, no, not as his,
Literally
not
flip
as
up
to
your
whether he's a
answer.
good striker or not. No, I mean, I'd
If
worship
you-
the
No,
guy
I
until
didn't
the
think
end
good
of.
striker or not. Do you count that goal if he scores the winner against Braga?
No,
in
not
the
in his season. No, not in his season's stats. No, I'm only interested in what he does in the
chances he's
Premier
missed?
League. How many more times do I have
Big
to say
chances
it?
he's missed.
You
All right,
think
we're not
Braga,
gonna go
you think
Braga.
Braga are a great team that if you score against Braga, you must be fantastic at training.
Somebody has to score that.
Braga!
It's
Braga!
League.
And you wouldn't score against Braga.
It's this
for sure.
simple. It's literally this simple. If you take Igor Jesus out of our team, we are not still in this competition. If you take Morgan
Exactly.
Gibbs-White out of our team,
Yeah,
we're not
I
still
know,
in the
but
Premier League.
then you can say that about all 30 that are in the squad.
No, you can't because
They
there's
all
no.
make a contribution. That's
Can
a
we-
ridiculous argument.
Can we
that
make
is.
this
It's a
future focused?
immature, childish
It's
argument.
not.
All right.
If you
all
take his
Wolfie,
balls out,
Wolfie, just a second.
People make it out like I don't like the guy. I said I love him, but in the right position. I don't think he should be our number 1 or number 9 striker.
All right.
And
Let's talk about
can
next
anybody
season.
disagree with that? Can anybody disagree that going into next season, you'd want Igor Jesus as your
No,
number
well,
1, number 9
he should be.
striker?
This is
No.
the question. I think.
No.
he's
Well,
got-
obviously not. He's got 5 goals all season. How
He's
can he
got
be?
3 of them in the last 4 games. What? Look, you were driving.
Rob,
looking in the
you
rear-
are absolutely.
Mute him.
Let's
And
call
you
it.
chill.
Let's call it.
You
Let's
just
call it.
talk non-stop for 2 minutes. You're driving along, looking in the rear view mirror. The main thing
No, I'm
is,
not.
to stay
No, I'm
future
not.
focused.
I'm talking about
What can he
football.
do for the team next season And
Not
I'm
as our
personally
number
quite
9.
excited about that.
Not
To
as
get
our
some-
number 9, Rob.
No
What
one's talking
centre-
about him as the number 9 on the panel, Ant. What are you doing?
As a
Okay.
forward, potentially with another year from Chris Wood, because this is another question: is Chris Wood got another year in him?
No,
Okay.
he hasn't.
Can he stay fit?
But the point about our forward line this season is in the January window, we were desperate for a striker, and of course, the guy that we've brought in is now 4th choice because they all seem to be hitting 4.
Oh my God, I forgot about that lamppost, man.
Yeah. So, but the question is, what do you need to spend? What do you need
35
to
million.
spend? Because Igor cost us 10 million. What do you need to spend over the summer to get somebody who's definitely going to be better? I mean, you look at what Arsenal spent on Gyökeres. Has that worked out? You look at what Man United spent on Sesko. Has that worked out? You know, neither of them's hit Ant's minimum 15 goal
Look at Vissa.
record.
Look at
And they're
Ez's
both
boy
crap.
Vissa.
And they're both
Yeah.
crap.
I know, but the thing is, right?
Well, then,
We-
that proves my
we
point,
didn't-
does it not?
We didn't even have the pulling power to bring in either of those. Okay. So I'm saying you might need to spend 50, 60 million to get somebody that might be better than Igor. And I'm not
Correct.
sure that
Correct.
it's guaranteed. So I'm just saying.
Nothing's guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed, Rob.
Yeah,
Nothing's
I
guaranteed.
will
except
concede
Haaland.
your
Haaland
point.
is guaranteed. Apart from that, nothing is
I will
guaranteed.
concede your point that his stats for this season are below par for somebody that's had that level of
In
game
the
time.
league, Rob, 20 GA is good.
Yeah, okay, but for somebody that's had that game time, the stats are below what you'd hope for. What I would say in his defense is that he's served under Angela Postecoglou and Dyche, where just take your mind back to that.
Rob, you love that. You can't say that now.
Take your mind back to that Everton game.
flip-flop.
with 40 How many games was he an isolated figure up front with no
Yeah,
one
but-
around him?
Yeah, but Rob, you're a self-confessed Daesh sexual. So how can you sit here and say he played under Daesh? You were his biggest fan.
Hey,
Oh, you
he
can't
flip-flopped.
down, man. I can't
Mr.
take you
Flip-flop.
seriously.
What I've said is that I was not keen to get a 4th manager, whoever it was. And I've since, although you weren't here because you were in Thailand, I've since conceded that it has worked out well getting the 4th manager. I've conceded that point.
Yeah, but
Right, can I just calm this down and make so that people don't misquote
You
me
calm us down.
afterwards?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Make sure that people, yeah, but I like to get excited. Then we need to talk seriously, okay? So people out there don't think that I think Jesus is shit. Don't think I think he's crap. I absolutely love the guy. I think he's got a lot to offer. He's not the full package yet. We all know that. He's got a lot to learn. But he's not a natural goal scorer. The position we play him now as a support striker suits him down to the ground. What is wrong with that? That doesn't mean I want to get rid of the guy because I think where we're playing him is doing well. So
He scored. He scored 2
why are
more goals.
why are people insistent that he must be our number 9 next season? When we
No
can
one
all
said
that.
Nobody said that.
No one said that.
He
You're
does.
right.
Nobody
Yeah.
said that.
Can we have
He
one
never
other
said
point?
that. He never said
One
that.
of the
He did.
important
He did. Ask him.
characteristics. One of the important characteristics of a centre forward is the ability to stay fit. Alexander Isak, 100 million, 3 goals. How many
Yeah,
goals?
he was
has
overrated
Wisser-
anyway.
How many
I always
goals has Wisser scored for Newcastle this year?
Disaster.
And both
Disaster.
of those guys are complete
Don't
arseholes.
forget Voldemort that they bought as well.
So Igor is a non-arsehole. He cost 10 million and he scored more goals than those two added together.
Rob,
So-
Rob, he's got 5 goals out of 33 games. Don't
got
tell me that's
3
a
in the
good
last
return,
4.
Rob. Don't try to do it because you'll never succeed.
Why are you
All right,
pulling
all
it
right.
down?
We're gonna go in
Why are
circles.
you
All
always
right,
pulling
all
it
right.
down?
Let's go in circles. Big up to Ryan with the 4.99. He goes, think our form has improved so much recently because Pereira is so similar, like Nuno. In parts, I think what Ant was saying earlier, Nuno pulls the handbrake up after one. Pereira smells blood. I think that's a big
I
difference.
never saw Nuno press like that.
Yeah, exactly. Players feel a lot more comfortable after so much change. And also,
Yeah.
he speaks Portuguese. I just think, you know what I'm saying? Marco Silva.
Mm.
But anyway, thank you for the 4.99. Appreciate it. Kev with another $5 says, would NPW, Igor, and Williams, we have enough players now finding the back of the net. This is what this season was supposed to be
Yes.
since Brentford.
I agree.
Honestly. If this was our next game after Brentford, we'd be winning the league, seriously. Right, I've got to shoot over to Husam's channel. I'm going to redirect you guys
Why
there.
not bother going off on other people's channels? Look after your own people.
Mm.
I've just
Should we
chill,
just
man.
carry on without
An
it?
hour and 15 minutes.
All right, you lot still want to go on?
No.
No, he wasn't saying that. Bloody hell, no.
Okay, all right. So I'm
Can you
gonna-
not tell a little leg pulling when it's pulling on your leg?
I don't know, man. When the amount of red wine you drunk, I don't know what is coming out your mouth right now. There we go. He's muted himself again. Right. On that note, make sure you've liked, make sure you subscribe. Check out the sponsors. Okay, Jersey. I mean, look at Ant shirt. That's the England one
Derby
right there.
shirt. You got a Derby shirt. Right.
There you go. Yeah, okay, just keep it on and use code FFTV for 8% off. This will direct over to Sam. I'm on there. God knows what they're talking about. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. I think we're going to start the Villa stuff, build it up quite early because this is a big game. Come on, you Reds.
You Reds.
Reds.